Are you ready to dive into the world of soap making? Well, buckle up because I'm going to show you how to make cold process soap from the comfort of your home. We're going for the drop swirl pattern, which I consider to be the epitome of soap swirl simplicity. You'll have to wait and see just how beautiful and simple these bars of soap turn out. First, let's talk supplies. You'll need a scale, soap mold, a thermometer, stick blender, mixing bowl, plastic measuring cup, spatula, a few disposable cups, and a teaspoon. And don't forget your personal protective equipment, gloves, apron, eye protection, and long sleeves. I like to keep some microfiber towels handy for spills and white vinegar for cleanup. This soap has olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter, and cocoa butter, making it entirely vegan and palm oil free. For additives, I'm using a fragrance oil, blue mica powder, and titanium dioxide. And we can't forget distilled water and sodium hydroxide. Don't worry, I've linked my free printable soap recipe in the description box. Be sure to download it. First, make sure you have weighed all of your ingredients. Next, we will melt our fats. You can do this over the stove, but for a small batch of soap like this, I think it's easiest to do it right in the microwave. So I'm going to heat them in the microwave in about 60-second increments until they are fully melted and liquid. Then we'll set the oils aside to cool slightly. Next, we are going to prepare our lye and water mixture. Slowly pour your lye into your water and stir gently to combine. Remember, it is crucial to add the lye to the water, never water to the lye. Now, we're going to wait until the oils and lye water have cooled to around 90 to 120 degrees. Now that my lye water and fats are cool, I'm going to slowly pour the lye water into the fats. Using a stick blender, mix the two together until you reach a very light trace. Now, I'm going to pour some of my soap batter into another container. I'm going to add some pre-mixed titanium dioxide into one container and some blue mica powder into the other. You can mix your mica in an oil before adding it to your soap batter, but because I'm only using two colors, I'm just dumping some mica in. I'm going to quickly mix each color. I'm going to add about half of the fragrance oil to each one of the soap mixtures. And mix them. Fragrance oils all act differently, and this is where things can go wrong quickly. In this case, look at how the fragrance oil I added changes the color of the blue soap. I hope this isn't a big mistake. Now it's time to pour our soap into the mold. I'm going to pour all of my white soap batter into the mold first. From high above the soap mold, I'm going to slowly pour the blue soap into the white soap. Let gravity work on your side. The higher you pour, the larger the swirl pattern. I don't want any of this to go to waste, so I'm going to add the remaining soap into the mold, scraping the bowl. Now I'm going to just tamp the mold a few times to ensure that there are no random air bubbles. You can get creative here. I'm just going to add a little swirl pattern. Then I'm going to set it aside in a place where it won't be disturbed. About 24 hours later, the soap will be firm. You'll know it's ready when the mold can easily be peeled from the sides of the bar of soap. I'm going to carefully remove it from the mold. And there we have it. Look how pretty. Now, my absolute favorite part is cutting the bars of soap. I'm going to use my trusty soap cutter for this batch. First, line it up and cut off a tiny sliver off the end. Then, I'm going to line it up and cut our first bar. This is my favorite part. Isn't a drop swirl pattern so pretty? It's honestly one of my favorites because it's so easy and creates such a huge impact. I love these. I was worried about the color changing that happened to the blue when I added the fragrance, but these turned out beautiful. Now that all the bars are cut, I'm going to put them on my curing rack for about 4 to 6 weeks until they are fully cured. I truly appreciate you being here with me today. If you're ready to learn more, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what kinds of soap you want to make or any techniques you'd like to learn. Until next time, happy soaping.